Hello, my name is Mary Beth Barrios, and I'm a counselor at Mount SAC. I want to welcome you all today to our presentation, which is Radiologic Technology Program at Mount SAC, How to Become an X-ray Technician. A lot of times when we say radiologic technology or radiologic technician, a lot of students don't really know what that is. That's the more formal term that they use for an X-ray technician. And so I wanted to make that kind of clear. A lot of times students aren't really aware of what X-ray technicians do. And so I wanted to provide some information on that. What they use is radiation to make images of internal body parts of patients. They do use radiation to provide treatment for diseases. Of course, that's with the guidance of a doctor who will let the X-ray technician know what radiation is needed and the treatment needed for the patient. They do prepare and position the patient for examination. So when we say prepare, basically the X-ray technicians have to walk the patient through the process so that they know what to expect, and also a lot of times encourage them and calm them down. Many times when people are getting x-rays done, there's some nerves, they're a little nervous, they're not sure what might be going on within them. And so the x-ray technician really speaks to the patient and helps them feel better about what they're going to be going through. They also, that's very important, is position the patients. We'll see in a video that I'm going to show that positioning the patient is very important so that whatever is being captured on the x-ray has the right image so that the doctors can see what's going on inside. They also may administer drugs necessary to make organs visible. So sometimes we need to see what's going on within the organ. And so because it's not captured within the x-ray, we may need to add something so that the organ can become visible in the image. And they also can operate computerized head or body scanners. So all of this is done with the guidance of a doctor. A lot of times students ask, is it dangerous to use radiation? And of course, radiation it can be dangerous. And so that is why going through a accredited radiologic technology program is really important. Because there is a lot of safety regulations and protocols that the x-ray technician needs to know and follow, not only to keep the patient safe, but also to keep themselves safe. I did find a video that I thought would help you understand a little bit better of what a day in the life of an x-ray tech looks like. So let's watch this video here.
Hi, my name is Angel. I'm going to be doing your CT scan. What's your name? Hi, Addie. Well, we're going to head on over to get your examination done, okay? You ready? My name is Angel, and I'm a radiologic technologist. A radiologic technologist is a person that takes x-rays. Abdominal x-rays, chest x-rays, CTs, MRIs. The skills you have to do this job, well, you definitely have to be a hard worker. You have to be very quick at what you do. You have to definitely get along with your patients because that's going to go a long way with getting your exam done. We are constantly talking to doctors and communicating with them what we see on some x-rays. As a technologist, you need to be very good with the high-tech equipment that we use. All right, so I'm going to be taking an x-ray of your forearm, okay? Just put this around you. A lot of times patients come in already scared, they're in pain, they might have a broken arm, a broken leg. My goal is to try and ease them through. A misconception about my job is people think that I come to work and just kind of press a button. No, it's kind of like being a photographer. You have to get the right angle, you have to get the right picture. The most rewarding part about my job is having patients specifically ask for me when they come in for their x-rays. You end up getting along with them, you end up developing a great relationship with your patients. I love my job because I'm literally taking pictures of my friends every day.
Okay, so hopefully that gave you a better idea of what a day in the life of an X-ray technician looks like. Next, I wanted to talk a little bit about the job outlook. So, are there jobs in this field, and how much money do they make? And so, the median salary for an X-ray technician is about entry level, about 56,000 a year, and it can go as high as 98,000 depending on education and continued certifications, which is about $27.21 per hour, up to about $46 an hour. And this is in California. Also, projected jobs. This field has about 13% growth expected by the year 2026. So that turns out to be about 540 jobs per year. In California specifically, so this is a really good field to get into. The money is pretty good, and there are jobs that are expected to continue to grow and be needed in California. Um, so I next, hopefully that will give you some information on what do X-ray technicians do? Is it a good job? Is it a good for future? Will there be enough jobs out there? And so now I wanted to talk about the program that we offer at Mount SAC. So the program for radiologic technology is a 2-year full-time program. So once you get into the program, it starts then and it's 2 years from then. It is full time, meaning that you typically will go to school from about 8:30 in the morning to about 4:30 in the afternoon. So working while you're in this program is not recommended, and honestly is very challenging for students. There is a waiting list. The waiting list is about 2 to 3 years long, and so what we recommend to students is that you get on the waiting list as soon as you know that you're interested in this program. So, what you would do is you would go to the RadTech website and go to the application link and apply for the program. When you apply for the program, that will get you on the waiting list. And from that day, it's about 2 to 3 years. Uh, During those 2 to 3 years, that's when students will take the prerequisites to get into the program. So you don't have to have the prerequisite classes done in order to apply to get in. You can apply, get on the waiting list, and then take the prerequisites. And as you can see, the prerequisite classes are listed here for you. You do need 1 semester of anatomy, which is anatomy 10A, and 1 semester of physiology, which is anatomy 10B. You also need introduction to physics, which is our physics 1, and medical terminology, Medi 90. So those are the prerequisite classes. Now, to become a radiologic technologist, you do have to have an associate degree. So, in addition to the prerequisite classes and the RadTech classes, you also need to complete your general education requirements for the associate degree. So, as you can see, there's even though you would be waiting 2 years, there's enough prerequisites and general education classes that you can take while you're waiting. So you're not just kind of sitting there doing nothing, waiting for 2 years. You're actually getting the other requirements for the associate degree done. Now, the program looks like this. It is a 2-year program. They only have one entrance every, sorry, they only have one admission every year. And so they admit 30 students every summer. So you can see the program would start in the summer and you would take 6 units, and then you would move on to the fall where you're taking 13 units. Winter, another 2.5, and then spring, 13 units. And so you can see it's 2 years and it's full time for those 2 years. Now, every semester, starting in the fall semester, um, students have to do clinical hours. So not only, so they would start in the summer where they're taking the introduction courses, and then in the fall, the RAD 1A, that one is actually the clinical class. And so every semester, the RAD 1A, 1B, 2A, you're already practicing going to the hospitals or the clinics where you're practicing what you're learning. And you do that for the full 2 years, starting fall, the first fall semester. The program only admits 30 students every year because they have to find internship or clinical sites for each student. And there's only so many sites in the local area that the hospitals and clinics can host. And so that's why we only have 30 students and we can't admit more, is because we need to find a clinical site for every student every year. As far as English language skills, it's not a prerequisite or a requirement to get into the radiologic technology class, but it is going to require the completion of English 1A prior to completing the program. And so basically, again, although it's not a prerequisite for the radiologic technology program, you must be able to speak, read, and write English to ensure the patient's safety and to complete the classes successfully. So English language skills are very important. Another thing to keep in mind is that once you're done with the associate degree and the radiologic technology program, there is a licensing exam that you have to take in order to be licensed to work as a radiologic technologist in California. And so that licensing exam does require a strong set of English language skills. So our recommendation for students is just to continue, as you're getting the prerequisites done and you're on the waiting list, you continue your ESL classes and your English at least through English 1A. So that is my very quick, brief presentation. I do want to invite all of you, if you have any questions, you can definitely email me, and that is my email address listed there. So it's my first initial, so M as in Mary, and then my last name, Barrios, at mountsac.edu. So you feel free to email me if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help and answer any questions that I have. Also, I put here the website to the Radiologic Technology program at Mount Sac. So you can definitely go on to their website. And like I said, it will give you a lot of information there, including cost of the uniforms and other supplies that you might need. And it'll also have the application. So if you're interested, you can definitely go onto that website and then put in your application. What that will do is put your name on the waiting list, and then at that point, you can continue to take courses. Thank you so much for your interest and in radiologic technology, and for your time in attending this presentation today. I look forward to speaking to any of you who might have more interest or questions. Thank you very much. I hope that you all have a great day.